from the Superdome in New Orleans. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And some room to work. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Escapes the defender. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
The Carr's throw caught by Olave. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touch. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. but by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Breaks through the contact. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in midseason form here in the opener. Fournette is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Leonard. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Kamara. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Carr. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Carr now to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Carr now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 20. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Carr. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Carr to throw. Little short pass here to Hill, and he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Cade York on now for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Here's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle, and he's going to get this one down. Near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Fournette, a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Cade York on now for the field goal. This one from 48 yards away. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Up the gut, Fournette. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Now, this was not just the open